Hello, this is Carol Smith of Cineo, and this is our how-to video series. So these are short video tutorials which are going to help you to use the various social media platforms much more effectively and aimed at those of you who are using them for business. So today is going to be our second video tutorial for Twitter, and we're going to be looking at how to compose a tweet and how to use images to really get your message across to your followers. So stay tuned, and we're going to roll into the presentation now. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at actually creating a tweet and uploading images to tweets. So as before, you're going to go to twitter.com, and then you're going to pop your username in here, which is your Twitter username without the @ symbol, your password, and we're going to sign in. And as I mentioned on my previous tutorial, when you arrive into Twitter, the first thing you're going to see is your home page. So this is the incoming tweets from anyone that you're following. So if you remember home, this is incoming. Notifications is the activity on your account. Discover is the search option, which you just pop in your key terms up here. And then me is anything that you're pushing out, your tweets. So today what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at putting a tweet up. So over here where the quill is, if you click on that, you'll see we're into compose a new tweet. Now before we do anything, I want you to have a look at this here. You've got add photo, add location, and over here to the right, you've got your character count, which is 140 characters. Now, when you start typing, the character counter will count down, telling you each time how many characters you have left. Something to keep in mind is try and, if you want, and as a business, what you're hoping is that when you start getting good on Twitter and putting out really good content, which you will do, what you'd like for others to do is to share that. To allow them to maybe put in a comment of their own as to why they're sharing, you want to leave a little bit of space. So it's a good idea, instead of using up the whole 140 characters, to bring it back down and try and keep it to maybe about 110, 120 maximum characters. Now, there's a lot you can put in to 120 characters, and I'm going to show you tweets that will do that. So let's have a look at this. We talked about putting images into your tweet. If you put some text in, but if you have a photo that you'd like to add, you just add photo and it'll bring you over to your computer. You'll pull an image that you have, you'll add it in here. And as you see, what's happened here is the counter has now got 100 characters left. So again, if we were thinking in terms of doing 120 rather than the full 140, we're talking about 80 here. And you just go on, so on, whatever it is you want to say in relation to that image. The thing to do as well is to stick in, it's always a good idea to put in a link to your website, to something that you're obviously trying to promote something. So put a link in so that when the user, whoever it is, the follower on Twitter, has seen your image, it's engaged them, the text has also engaged them, that there's something for them to do. So put a link in, whether it is to your Facebook page, whether it is to your website, put a link in there in that tweet, and you'll have lots of room to do that. Now, as you can see, it is quite simple to do that. The other thing you'll see what Twitter is doing here is it's asking you who's in this photo. Similar to what you're doing on your Facebook brand page, you're tagging people. So if this photo that we'd upload here was an image or a photo that you'd taken from perhaps an event that you'd done, and there were people in there that you wanted to name. If you happen to know they are on Twitter and you happen to know their Twitter name, if you put in the @ symbol, and in this case you'll see there's mine, and what it's doing is it's prompting me with names. So you just click on that. So it could be had a great, we had our product launch today, or whatever it might be, and thanks to, and it could be so on, and you would put somebody else in there, and whoever it might be, we'll just put in Aer Lingus or whatever, and you would just shout out. So this is a mention, it's called a mention, and you would do that. And again, what you're looking at here is the character counter all the time to make sure that you're not going over. If you were to go over in text, you'll see what happens with Twitter. Okay, so now you'll see here it's telling you that you've gone over by 5 characters. Probably again, going back to if we're thinking about leaving a little bit of space here, you could take it that it's about 25 characters that you've gone over. So keep an eye on this all the time, and make sure when you're putting tweets out that they are concise and that you've got everything in there, but don't have them run over because it doesn't look good on the Twitter feed. And I'm going to just close out of that for a moment. And I want to show you some tweets with some images. Now, images have become really important on Twitter. At one time, Twitter was all text. Now you can upload images, and as you can see when you're going through the Twitter feed, if there's an image in there, it tends to pop out amongst all the text that you're seeing. So again, a lot of businesses are still not using the images. So if you're just getting started, what I'm going to say to you is to get started and start using images, and you've got a better chance, and you're probably going to have an advantage over those of your competitors who've been already using Twitter for some time. So you'll see, as I say, with the images here. Now let's have a look at this one. So we've got here some, as I mentioned before, we've got text, and we've got an image, obviously, we've got the text, and we've got a link. So there's quite a lot that you can put into a tweet. Okay, I'm just going to move down again, and you'll see here, again, you've got some text, you've got the image. They're saying quite a lot. They've actually got their website address there. So you can see you can do quite a lot on with your images. Now I want to just go back up to composing a tweet. There is something else that you can do, and again, it's not being used as much as it could be, but you can add multiple images. So again, let's just imagine that you had got a product launch on, a customer day, you were at a conference, you've taken loads of photographs. What you can do is you can add up to 4 images. And they look really good. Now these are, okay, I'm not really being very creative with my images this morning, but I'm just going to show you how you can do that. So you add your images, and you see that over here on the right hand side, your characters, you still got quite a lot of characters. So again, you put in all your text, and you would hit tweet, and that would come up in the Twitter feed, and it would look really, really good. I'm not going to do this because those images are just they wouldn't look so good for me. So that is how you add an image to a tweet. And that is how you add multiple images to tweets. So that's a short tutorial on tweeting, composing a tweet and using images. And I hope you found it useful. We will be doing some more tutorials, so stay with us. And for now, thank you, and hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Thank you.